Yo, what the fuck is up? Hello. I haven't made a video in a grip because there's a lot of shit happening in my life right now. So the beginning of the semester. Actually, first of all, how are you? How are you doing? Clearly this isn't gonna be ASMR. It's gonna be a mukbang. And I am regretting where I parked this car because everybody can see me. But anyway, okay. I'm at Chick-Fil-A, and I have been wanting to do a Chick-Fil-A mukbang ever since I knew it was a thing. And I've been wanting to do like a car eating show thing ever since, yeah, I knew it was a thing. So, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I got a spicy sandwich. I'm so regretting the placement of my vehicle right now. Like, seriously regretting this. Okay, but anyway. I'm just out in the open where everybody's driving past and like looking at me. Okay. So yeah, I've got these things. I should have asked for American cheese, but of course I didn't, because I forgot. Okay. And I've got the peppermint milkshake. So fucking good. I haven't had this milkshake in like 2 years. Probably ever since I stopped working at Chick-Fil-A myself. Fun fact, I worked for Chick-Fil-A for a year. This is good as shit. Alright. So why have I been missing? Okay. I've been going through a lot of shit. First, as y'all knew, it was the end of the semester. Probably for a lot of you. And my bitch ass was gonna fail class. I was in immediate danger of failing biology. Yeah. And I'm not like the type of person who fails classes. The lowest grade I've ever gotten in a class has been a C. And so I've never even gotten a D before. You feel me? So like, this was kind of like on some other shit for me. And I do this weird thing. I should definitely take off this scarf. Oh god, I have gotten myself to a pickle. I didn't want to edit this video, but I'm gonna have to because I'm just making too many mistakes. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, that was just kind of like on some fuck shit for me. Because I was like, this is my last year. And I chose now to start failing this class. Okay, I do this weird thing where if I'm overwhelmed with something, I'll just avoid that shit. Until I just can't. Until it's like, I have to make a decision about it or I have to face it. I will avoid the fuck out of something if it makes me nervous. And that class made me so fucking nervous. Number one, because it was online. Now, I took it online because I thought, because when I was at my last school, I took an online class and it was really easy. So I was like, okay, I had 2 online classes this semester. And I was like, okay, this will give me, you know, flexibility to do what I need to do. And it should have. Except for the fact that these 2 online classes were really demanding. And like the work that they required. Let me take my first bite. I'm a really messy eater. I hope you can hear my eating. I had like a wall thing, but I don't know where it is. Cause like this isn't my car, obviously it's my grandmother's car. So I only drive it when I'm home. But I don't know why I would have took it, you know, out of the car when I don't have one, so I don't really need to take. I don't know. Anyway, alright, so I couldn't understand how to navigate the site for the online class. Both of the teachers that I had just had a lot of shit on there. Like a lot of fucking shit. And so I was like, okay. When I finally realized, cause like my first week of classes, I kind of like to take it easy, because the first 2 weeks of my school are always so fucking stressful for me. I don't know why. Every semester, so stressful. And so I was like, I'll just look at the online classes in the weekend. Well, I realized that by the weekend, I had already missed 2 assignments from both the classes. And I was like, okay. And so like I caught up on it or whatever. But basically, long story short, the sociology class that I was taking, I kind of got the hang of it. And I was doing decent on the test. But even though I fucking studied for biology, and like, okay, there's people walking by me, they're gonna think I'm weird. They're gonna think I'm weird. I know I'm weird. Even though I studied for this bitch. Mind you, at my school you have to take 2 levels of biology in order to complete the core requirement. My last biology class that I took, I passed with a B, but bitch, I could not tell you what the fuck we did in that class. This class, I could tell you everything that we were fucking doing. I knew more in this fucking class than I had ever known about biology in my whole life. And tell me why I failed every test. Can we just run that back for a second? I studied and I knew what I was doing and I failed every test. So that was a slap in the face for me, to be completely honest with you. Because I've never tried that hard in a class before. Actually, I have. It was in math, because I'm not that good at math either. So I had to I took like probably 4 hours to do every homework assignment that we had, because it just didn't click for me that easy. And, you know, I managed to pass that class with a B. I could have had an A, but by the end of the semester, I was so burnt out from spending so much. I spent, you know, for a 3-credit class, you're supposed to be, like, studying 3 hours a week. And every fucking homework assignment, I would spend the minimum of 3 hours on. That alone. It was just draining. So by the end of the semester, I just didn't give a fuck. And I missed probably like 4 homeworks. And I ended up with a B because of that. But anyway, my point is, I really tried in that class. And succeeded. Because I thought I was going to get a C or a D. So the fact that I did the same thing for this biology class and I was still failing, and like dead ass failing, like during midterms I had a 62%. That was just a slap in the fucking face for me. So it made me not even want to do the work because I was so anxious, and I was like, I'm not getting this anyway. What's the point? I did have an in-person meeting with my teacher after the midterms came out, and I was like, I can't afford to fail your class. I'm a senior. I already have my schedule planned out for next semester, like, and I'm talking to her about this while I have, you know, that D. I have like a low, I mean, it's not even like a 68. Bitch, it's a 62. I'm about to fail. And I had just failed a test, so I was like, I already have a 62. I just failed another test. This ain't looking too good. Anyway, she was not bothered. Like, she was literally the epitome of hashtag unbothered about this. She was like, oh, you're doing fine. Huh? Bitch, I just told you I got a 62. You just looked in your computer system that I got a 62, and it's midterms. And she was like, no, you're totally fine, because we're going to have enough assignments due for the rest of the semester, and you'll definitely be able to bring your grade up to a C, maybe even a B. And if you really want an A, but I don't know, she deadass said, I don't know how much time you're willing to dedicate to this class, especially since it's not even your major. So, yeah, but there was just so many assignments, and I had, because, like, mind you, I was taking 21 credits this semester, and I'm a music major, so I had to be practicing all the time, whatever the fuck, and then this, and I would just forget. Anyway, long story short, I was like, by the end of the semester, because we had a final paper due, and she didn't give us like a guideline for how many pages it had to be, but she said it had to be at least, it had to have at least 8 academic sources. No, 4 website sources, 4 academic sources, so 8 sources in all. And I remember that was due the day before it was due. Like, literally, not even a whole day, because I realized that it was due while I was at fucking work at like 3 o'clock. And it was like, yeah, it's due tomorrow at 8 a.m. And I was like, take the wheel, Jesus. Because clearly I'm not steering right. Anyway, so, I mean, and then on top of that, what was even more discouraging was, you know, I tried to read the fucking instructions, and it was like, I had to write a paper about DNA technology, and I was like, what the fuck is DNA technology? And see, the thing about me is, like, I knew what it was, but I just didn't know I knew what it was, because I hadn't heard that exact term used, so it just threw me off. Because, yeah, we had been talking about DNA technologies, but in, like, sub-levels. And it was never described as that. Like, if we were learning about cloning, it would just... Okay, someone just pulled in next to me. That's unfortunate. Because now I look really weird. But, yeah. If we were learning about cloning, we weren't calling it DNA technology. We were calling it cloning. So I just wasn't hip that would fall into the category of DNA technology. So I was just basically fucked in my mind at the time, because I was like, I have no fucking idea what this is. And I had to spend like 2 hours researching what the fuck it was. Because I was so anxious, the information wasn't setting in. So it took me 2 hours to understand what the fuck DNA technology was. It took me another 2 hours to figure out what aspect of DNA technology I was going to write about. Which I decided to write about GMOs. But bitch, that's already 4 hours gone. And I got off of work at 6:30. So we're already at like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm just now starting to figure out, okay, this is what I'm writing about. But it's not like I could just bullshit my way through like a 4-page paper. Because I had to have sources, bitch. So, honestly, I tried, and then I just wanted to give up. I just wanted to fucking give up. But then the assignment was 150 points, so I knew I couldn't. I'm proud of myself for not giving up. I came this close to giving up. Okay. But I didn't, so I'm proud of myself for that. But the paper I turned in was about 3 or 4 pages. But it only had 5 references. So I was like, so I know I'm not going to get any higher than a D. I'm really hoping I get at least a D. Because, like, she's a really harsh grader, too. So I didn't know if she was going to look at it and see that I only had 5 references and be like, oh, bitch, no. F. Or what. So I had been in a state of anxiety. Especially after the final that I took. So, like, I took her final. I got 64. Which is the highest grade I had ever gotten on one of her tests. But still, I was, like, happy that I didn't fail. But still, it's like, damn, it was a 64, though. And, I rushed to do all my last minute, like, labs before the final. But I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be saved. I already had a 62%. And I've done terrible on every test. And then I just turned in that 150-point assignment with only 5 out of 8 references. And I was just convinced that there was no way I was going to pass that class. And, you know, I was so anxious about it the other night. Because obviously I'm back home. I've been back home for like 3 days. But like 2 nights ago, I haven't been able to sleep because I've just been... Because having to retake that class would mean I would have to give up. I would have to drop this creative writing class that I've been trying to get into since I've been at this school. Like, been trying to get into this class for 3 years. And that was just going to be so fucking devastating for me. And I woke up from a dream about how, like, not only did I fail I got a fucking 50. Not only did I fail, but it wasn't even like a close call. It was like a definite, like, no, like, you bitch, you had a 49. Like, and anyway, long story short, I'm thankful to say that no, I didn't fail. I checked my grades. Because that was another thing before finals week. I tried to message her. Oh, actually, right after I took the test and I realized I got another D, I was like, fuck. And I tried to email her and set up another time because I was like, there's no way I'm passing, so like maybe I can do an incomplete, maybe I can like turn in some extra work like over break, like. But for that whole week she didn't get back to me, and I had to email her again. And then she was like, oh, LOL, I wasn't even on campus. She was like, oh, I thought I emailed you back, my bad. And then she was just like, I'll be done with the grades by Sunday. She wasn't. And so yeah, I checked my grades Monday, and by the grace of God, bitch, I got a C. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I couldn't tell you. Because it had to have been my labs. Because I got a B and above on all the online labs that I did. That's the only thing that I could think that saved my ass. But I didn't even know she was going to accept those labs because they were late. Like, really late. Like, they were so late. Anyway, so I was relieved about that, and you would think that I'd be like happy now, but I'm not, because my grandma is in the hospital. We had to take her to the hospital the other day, and she's been in there for like 2 days. There's a lot of shit going on, bro. So thought I'd just make this, video just to like update y'all. And like just let you know that like I'm not trying to neglect my channel. I know I haven't been gone that long, but it feels like I haven't posted in a while. I'm just mentally I'm just trying my best, but like I don't know. This is just something I have to push past. Like there's just a lot going on right now, and so much shit I have to do to get prepared for next semester. And it's making me anxious. But yeah. I think I'm gonna leave soon. There's so many people here. Whenever I watch Trisha Paytas's videos, and she's like looking, I'm always like, wow, is it really that deep? It kind of is, because it's just like, these people don't know what you're doing. You're just in your car eating by yourself, and it's like I just have my phone propped up to the side so they can't see. So I look especially weird, but like also, I think she has like a tripod camera or something in her car. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to do something else, but this video is too long already, and I don't got no storage on my phone, so I'm just gonna have to end it here. But yeah, gracias por ver el video y te